Okay, shoot another video here. I'm actually awake now. The one I shot earlier, Tobi 8 ball. I had literally just rolled out of bed and saw the shit news. I won't go into the weeds out of respect for you guys. I've seen the Discord messages and a lot of the frustrations that has driven this lack of motivation, and definitely, I guess, rubbed you guys the wrong way with comments from the community. Uh, and I guess I would like to start off by saying I can sympathize very much so with your frustrations, putting out free content, putting a lot of hard work into something, and then having some shit talk redirect your train of thought on, is it worth it? Is what I'm doing for free worth it? Is what I'm doing for the community worth it? First off, I'd just like to start by saying, man, I was a police officer for a good period of time before I transitioned back into doing stuff for the government and the aviation industry. And man, we had this motto when I was in a as a police officer. Inevitably, when you start out as a cop, you'll usually get into a PD, and you're going to experience a toxic environment at some point, especially within the PD, amongst yourself, more so amongst yourself than people on the street, believe it or not. And the first train of thought is, fuck it. I'm done with this place. I'm going to go to another police department because I don't like the way I'm being treated and I don't like what's being said. And one thing I can tell you from loads of experience in my 43 years of being around is that I learned something as a police officer, and that's the grass is never greener on the other side. It's just another type of grass. You're trading one pasture for another, and I can tell you from a lot of experience that the loud mouths do not speak for the majority of the quiet people and the people out there. And where I'm going with this is, I've been in a position on both sides of the fence, right? Even as recently, and I'll be transparent about this and honest with the F-35. I was that guy shit talking Eagle Dynamics and getting really pissed off at Nine Line and Wags and the guys for going on and talking about all the material they have and so on and so forth about what they're going to do with this. And from my perspective, I had a difference of opinion, and I was probably that guy that was irritating the shit out of them, which is why they were closing some threads down. And it wasn't because, well, for one, I have experience with the platform, but two, it wasn't because I was pissed off. It was because I wanted to see the best, because that's what I enjoy out of Eagle Dynamics. The people that are shit talking you are giving you, grief about colors or performance or flight characteristics. All I can say is 9 out of the 10 people that are doing this are probably keyboard warriors. They love aviation, but they just haven't had the fortunate opportunity of being around it. They haven't worked around it. They haven't been pilots. They haven't been maintainers. They haven't been mechanics, so on and so forth, right? They just haven't had that opportunity to do it. So what do? They get on, they look at a bunch of photos on Google, they look at a bunch of photos in a book, and all of a sudden they're subject matter experts. And those are typically your trolls that are on here, just, well, the color's this and not that, or that's not what it looks like. And I would say that, um, I would hate to see you go anywhere else and put your time in on any other simulator, because I can promise you one thing: you're going to find the same people over there. The cockpit's too shiny. This doesn't look right. The flight characteristics are wrong, and you're just going to run yourself right down that same path, regardless of where you go, man. In 43 years, I've flown every single flight sim since F-19 stealth fighter back in the IBM DOS days, when you had to do executables to launch software to play your flight sims. And man, whether it's Falcon 4, IL-2, Microsoft Flight Sim of any variant, DCS World, Flaming Cliffs, any of that shit. Anytime somebody comes along as a mod maker and creates something for the betterment of the community, and even the third party devs and even the developers themselves, you always have critics out there. You're always going to have people out there that are shit talking your work, saying it's not good enough, saying you need to do something different. And brother, that's going to happen anywhere you go in life. Doesn't matter whether it's modding, doesn't matter whether it's cop, doesn't matter whether it's the military. And what I can tell you for a fact is you have a very strong community with Eagle Dynamics and the DCS community that are willing to throw you money for the product you're doing, even whether free or third party, whatever route you would decide to go. And the support is insurmountable, in my opinion. You bring something to the table that Eagle Dynamics has yet to be able to do. Uh, Intentional or non-intentional doesn't matter, right? And you're filling a void. You're filling a void for everybody that we want filled, and we would love to see you, um, you know, continue on with the Little Bird. I started that extra thread on the Little Bird because personally, I feel like to get you out there and the PR out there that you deserve, Little Bird thread needed to be posted because, to be honest, man, not a lot of people know what the Cayuse is. I do because I grew up around Vietnam era aircraft and I fucking love it. But a lot of people don't. They don't know what an OH-6 is. They know the word Little Bird. Why? Because of fucking silly games like Call of Duty and shit like that, where you've got all the unrealistic models in the world, right? So I threw the Little Bird forum out there for you guys just to get the PR. I don't know what what decisions you've made, how frustrated you are, but man, I can promise you, um, regardless of the path you guys choose to take, I wouldn't expect anything different on any other sim, and I think it would be a travesty and a heartbreak for all of us that support you guys and have thoroughly been looking forward to the Little Bird and the asset pack you're working on to see that go bye bye. Again, not slamming Eagle Dynamics here. I'm one of their biggest fans. I'm even looking forward to the F-35. We have some disagreements on how it's being made and what they say they have, but I'm not getting off in the weeds on that. But one thing you guys are doing is you're putting out an asset pack that again Eagle Dynamics is yet to do. Another sore spot with me that I'm not going to get off in the weeds on, but you guys fill that void. Like the Vietnam asset pack, phenomenal. We need more asset packs. We've got four Middle Eastern maps. We need a Little Bird. The asset packs that you were doing, the Haji asset packs, were fucking awesome. Like I was so looking forward to adding that stuff to Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, and we need that stuff. We need that for the Apache. We need that for the Kiowa. We need that for the Little Bird and the Blackhawk, man. And like you were bringing something to the table that myself, Candy, Zipper, and I'm sure everybody else that I've called to arms to back you guys up on would absolutely promote because not only are you doing it, you're doing it for free. So I would hate to see you in this endeavor with the mindset that what you do is unappreciated or that nobody cares or we don't want it. To be honest with you, man, that's horseshit. It's bullshit. Everybody loves it. Everybody wants it. The problem I think I'm seeing is that you've got some retards out there, some keyboard warriors that think they know everything about the aircraft and fucking spotlights and color schemes and whatever else they're talking about. And I can tell you from my perspective, I've seen this just on Into the Jungle, not bad at all, but everybody has their opinion, thinks they know what they're talking about, and I try to respond respectfully, and we'll look into it, appreciate it, check. But at the end of the day, we're doing it for free, and trying to keep it as authentic as possible. And there's going to be some give and take, right? It's our decision, and you're right. You put a lot of time into this, your free time. But man, please don't go down this path of thinking the community doesn't respect you, admire you, and the two of you and all the hard work you put into this, and realize that we're getting it for free. I would just hate to see you go to another platform. I'm not going to speculate which one you would go to, but uh, I saw the frustration in your tone. I saw how pissed off you were. Man, I've been there. I have been there, brother. I've been there as a cop, and I made the decision to go to another police department before I went back to work for the government. And you get over there and you're like, fuck me, man. It's the same. It's the same lieutenant. It's the same type of fucking captain that are out there mouthing off about knowing how to do something better, and they have been on the fucking streets for 20 years and don't know what it's like nowadays. Like, I get it, man. Like, you're just gonna catch flack all the time for little shit, and just know the silence from the community outweighs the trolls and the people flapping their jaws, and that not a lot of people push out content, right? Like not a lot of people hop on and give their opinion on YouTube like this, or set up a forum to back you guys. They're just waiting on your goodness to be released. So I definitely would say until you absolutely, you know, give this project the finger and say I'm done, I'm gonna keep pushing, man. I'm gonna keep advertising and telling people to throw their comments out there and support you guys, because we don't just want this. We need this. We need this for Afghanistan. We need this for Iraq. I mean, it was an insurgency war. It was a lot of special operations command. It was a lot of coordination with ground troops, with the Marines, with the Army, and the little bird again. I'm just gonna hound on it, man. Played such a pivotal role, and the things that myself and Candy and Zipper personally have planned for that mod in your asset pack will not be able to be pulled off without it. It just won't. That we don't have it in DCS is not coming anytime soon. For whatever reason, I guess a little bird's too classified, but an F-35 is not. So yeah, we're not going to see it, and it's going to suck, man, if you pull the cord on this and go somewhere else, because Afghanistan in particular and Iraq are going to be sorely missed without that thing being there. And all the photographs, or I should say the JPEGs you've pushed out have been phenomenal, man. Been awesome in the asset pack. So I really hope you reconsider, given the light of the recent frustrations you've encountered with the community, and just, man, realize that is not the voice of the overwhelming population that are backing you guys. That's people who think they know what they're talking about that don't. And I mean, you just can't let that shit get to you. You've got to push on and just be like, yeah, thanks, no thanks, or check, I'll look into it. And they'll probably just keep posting on and on. I fell into that hole on a forum a while back and got my hand slapped by ED for talking shit, because it's in my nature to get wordy and joke back. But I guess we're on a point system on the forum, so I can't do that. But yeah, man, don't try your best not to take it personal. There's so many of us out there that are waiting on this thing, and hopefully I can garnish enough attention through that little bird forum to prove what I'm saying. But dude, don't back down on this, man. If you're just gonna go somewhere else and get burned again by by a sim that's not even a combat sim, right? So hopefully you choose to stick around, man. We look forward to hearing back from you, hopefully in a more positive tone. And if there's anything we as the community can do to, I guess, re-encourage you to stick around, or throw positive vibes your way to let you know that these other clowns don't speak for the volume of, or the amount of us, and do it. Let us know, man. Post in the OH6 forum, or the new little bird forum I threw up. But yeah, we're gonna keep pushing hard to keep you around, because DCS needs you, the community needs your stuff, and it's highly appreciated. And not only that, man, the vets too, man. Dude, I guarantee you there were a ton of veterans that got fired up when they saw that. At least U.S. I think you're from overseas, I think, if I read your profile correctly. And even the boys overseas, I won't go into detail about that, but everybody that we worked with, our allies that we worked with in those conflicts, man, everybody who worked around that platform, I guarantee you is not digging this moment of you leaving and going somewhere else. So I would just beg that you reconsider, kind of maybe go get drunk or something and have a drink and think about it. Come back over the weekend and be like, you know what, fuck that guy that was talking smack, and I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, that would be me. I would go out with the boys, just go have a drink, go blow some steam off, and come back with a little more open mind, and realize that, like, those clowns that are talking shit or complaining, man, they don't speak for all of us. So hopefully this video encourages you to stick around. Best case scenario, it'll get me in trouble on the forums again, and they'll give me another slap on the hand. But hopefully this helps keep you around. And yeah, we look forward to hearing some better news in the coming days, I hope. Thanks.